Hey, welcome back to 2DG. We got another beer review. What do we have?
Today we have the Boston Lager from Samuel Adams, aka the Boston Beer Company, out of Boston.
Wow.
Yeah, he hates this beer.
I don't hate.
He hates this beer.
I drank it in Boston.
Did you hate it?
That's about all I could find for some reason. Went to one of those stupid, the Cheers bar, which wasn't stupid, actually, it was cool. But they just didn't have a whole lot. I think they had one ale, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It was something local. But anyway.
Yeah, he hates this beer.
I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. By far.
That's what he says on camera. But
by a long shot.
Let's see what he gives the official review.
Oh, man. Alright, let's crack it open. I don't know. And he purposely bought this massive Sam because he knows I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah. Anywho, I like this beer. I don't understand entirely why you don't. Probably just because it's a lager and he hates lagers for the most part for some reason. They are lighter, obviously less flavorful.
I've had better lagers, that's all.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that you haven't.
And I get disappointed when I go somewhere and I go, what do you have for craft beer? And this is it. I think that's part of it. It's just that around here, when people carry Sam Adams, it's pretty much just this.
Well, you don't like the Rebel IPA either.
I don't mind it, but it's, not my favorite.
Alright, so the color, a nice orangish amber color, which is not something we're used to with lagers on this channel, at least right now. Nice, for me, finger, you were a quarter of a finger ahead left.
Yeah. Tons of carb.
Tons of carbonation.
Mine slowed down, though, a bit, compared to yours especially. Holy cow.
Let's get a nose.
Okay. Just the barest hint of fruity ester from the yeast, but there's a grain. I just got to get a better sniff here.
Yeah, you get a little bit of the fruity esters. I'm getting a little bit of caramel.
Really?
Yeah. You do get kind of like the Pilsner-y type of smell, not like crappy adjunct smell.
No, it's a little more real smelling, a little more grainy.
I'm getting kind of like a raw grain in there too, almost.
Uh-huh.
Ready to taste it?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Hey, it tastes like a lager. No, it's got a nice crackery after finish though. A little bit bitter up through the front and along the sides. I wouldn't say it's all that hoppy, but it definitely, you get a biscuity flavor, and then after you swallow it, the cracker really comes on. But it's not terrible, and the graininess of it, it's there a little bit, but it's not prevalent. It's not something that stands out.
I'll agree. Bitterness right up front. After that, I'm getting like almost like a caramel toffee type front end. You do get a lot of biscuity Pilsner malt flavor on the back. It doesn't really die either. It finishes nice and clean, but that still lingers. I will say the bitterness is, or I will say it is a little bit more hop forward than you, especially considering the other lagers that we've had. It's pretty insane. I will say on the bottle it does say rich, balanced, and complex, or complex, however you want to pronounce it. I would agree with that. You can definitely tell there's like a Munich type of style malt in there. They said it does finish clean, but there's flavor in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So pulled up on Rate Beer. It is style of an amber or a Vienna style lager, which is a German style, of course, darker color. Style, they gave it a 96, and overall they dropped it down to a 55. So another one of those weird 40-point swings that I hate. What are you going to do? Style.
For the style, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 7.5 on the style. I've definitely had better lagers, but this is definitely well above the norm.
Can you name a better amber lager you've had?
No, not right off.
Okay.
That's what I give it.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. It really, I mean, you can really tell that this is better than, you know, Budweiser, Miller, Coors, all that trash. By leaps and bounds, even.
Yeah.
Does have a pretty tremendous amount of flavor considering it is a lager and they're generally not traditionally supposed to be hugely flavorful. It's got a decent hop presence. It's got a good malt body to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really above average for the style. So yeah, 8.5 for me.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's a well-crafted lager.
You're being ridiculously nice for
No, we
what you
get there.
usually are. Overall.
Overall, I'm going to drop it to a 7. This is one, if I really feel like a beer and I'm in a restaurant that this is the only thing they have in the craft category, I will get it. But if I marginally want a beer and this is what they have, I will just get iced tea. I'm just not a big lager fan, and I'm not a big fan of this lager. I've had some lagers that have tremendous flavor that are admittedly more IPA style, I mean flavor-wise, than they are lager. But that's just my preference. That aside, it's not a bad beer, like he's already said. It's well crafted. It's definitely a cut above the typical bar fare. And if you're looking for a good, refreshing lager, this will work. I just like mine to taste like an IPA.
For those who don't know, the IPL, India Pale Lager, is kind of a hybrid type style.
Yeah, but I was actually thinking of Three Floyds. I think theirs taste a lot closer. Anyway, go ahead. What do you got for overall?
All right. I'll probably drop it down to a 7.5. It's good, and if I bought a lot of this. I do go out to restaurants where this is easily the best option that they have, even including like Heineken and all the overseas trash. And I'm definitely gonna get this every time because the other stuff sucks. And it's got a lot of flavor to it, which is nice for a lager. But like he said, yeah, it is easy drinking. All that good stuff. It's 4.9%, so you can definitely slam it all day, although this is a bit heavier. So I don't know if you'd want to do that.
And it doesn't smell like a barroom floor.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like
typical.
Yeah, like stale cigarettes and
yeah,
all that stuff.
Cheap. Never mind. But no, it's a quality beer.
Yeah. Would you buy it yourself?
I've bought it before.
But that's not what I asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just said that. If I'm at a place and that's what they have.
Unless he marginally wants it, then he's going to get iced tea.
Yep. Sorry.
Even if I marginally want beer, which is about all the time, I'll get this. Yeah.
Well, admittedly, if I'm putting a steak down, this is good with it, but it's super filling by the time you've eaten your meal and consumed your Sam Adams. I mean, Samuel Adams.
Boston Lager. Yeah, so go ahead and like, comment, subscribe on the video. We're still working on the trade list.
Yeah,
you know
keep
all
an eye
about that. Suggestions, comments, we'll talk to you still.
And Sam, you want to send different stuff to Indiana, that'd be cool.
We do get quite a bit of different things. Maybe not in his area, obviously.
See ya.
Dude,